I did everything I was supposed to. I got the degree, I stayed out of trouble, I followed the safe path. And somehow, I still couldn't land a job. Years later, I'm still struggling to find my place. But I've learned something. Playing it safe doesn't guarantee anything. And it definitely doesn't mean you'll be happy. As a only child, I was always lonely. People would say I was lucky not to have siblings, getting more attention from parents, just getting more attention in general. That attention wasn't always good. You see, my dad liked to yell a lot. Not in an abusive way, but he was always angry. Even when I was quiet, he'd find something to shout about. I learned early, don't rock the boat. Don't try anything that could go wrong. And well, I became scared to ask. And I wasn't bad at school. I wasn't naughty, I wasn't a bad boy. But I never stood out. I just followed the rules. I got into uni in Australia, my first big step. At uni were international students, and the language barrier made connection difficult. So I kept to myself. I did my assignments. I stayed in my room. No clubs, no social life, just stress. And my acne got worse, and mentally, I broke down more times than I can count. But I kept going. That's what we're taught, right? Just keep on pushing. Get the degree. Secure your future. But no one tells you the degree alone isn't enough. They never taught us the actual skills we actually needed for real life jobs. Things like, for me, for example, for programming, in my uni they never taught us any JavaScript, React, PHP, and I was doing computer science programming. I mean, seriously, we didn't learn any of that? So when I finished uni and I started applying for jobs, I quickly realized I wasn't qualified. And after graduating, I ended up doing another programming bootcamp. And in those 6 months, I learned more than I ever did than the 4 years I did at my uni. But it also made me realize something. I wasn't good at coding. I didn't even like it. Sometimes I would be staying up until 5 a.m. just practicing, trying to force it to make it work. But it never did. And then COVID hit. I thought IT would be more in demand, but not for me, not in my case. I applied to several hundred jobs for, I don't know, a year. And I only got 3 interviews, and I failed all 3. I was crushed. I ended up sleeping for 20 hours a day for several months. I stopped caring. I was spiraling, and eventually my dad noticed, and well, he suggested I come and work with him in the factory. So I swallowed my pride, and I agreed. It did feel humiliating, those years of study, just to end up right where he was. But honestly, I needed the structure. While working there, I enrolled in yet another boot camp. When will I learn? This time, I managed to get a job in website development. I kept the factory job too because I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe in myself enough to quit my factory job, so I ended up doing both jobs. And of course, doing both jobs took a toll on me. I started to get gray hairs from stress, and, well, being overworked as I was, eventually I quit that website job. And then a few months later, I got laid off from the factory. Now what? I'm unemployed yet again. This time, it feels different. Looking back, if I could restart with the courage I have now, what I would do different is, well, one, I try new things without always having to ask for permission. I would also take more risks instead of defaulting to the safe path. I'd ask for help much earlier than just waiting for someone to notice. I'd follow any interests I'd have, not what seems smart or secure. I'd let myself fail because all the playing it safe, all it did was, well, make me scared to live. So where am I now? Well, I don't have a job. Well, I don't have a real job yet. But I do have something better. I have clarity. I'm not afraid to fail anymore. I'm doing things that I'm actually interested in. I'm making videos. I'm getting into shape and I'm following a proper diet. I'm talking to people. I'm the one initiating the conversations. I'm building me. And I know that even though this chapter is hard, it won't last forever. And if you're following the safe path because you're scared, I get it. I was too. But life doesn't reward safety, it rewards effort, growth, risk, and being true to what actually matters to you. You might not have the answers right now. I don't either. But you have time and you have the power to change your path. You just have to stop waiting for permission. Take the first step and keep on walking. Just keep going. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, or comment. Please tell me what path you're trying to find yourself on. Let's help each other grow. And remember, no one is coming to save you, so you may as well be your own hero. As always. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.